Before anything else, I'm a black woman. And I dedicated my life to the struggle for the liberation of black people by enslaved, imprisoned people. I'm a communist because I'm convinced that the reason we have been forcibly compelled to eke out an existence at the very lowest level of American society has to do with the nature of capitalism. If we're going to rise out of our oppression, our poverty, if we're going to cease being the targets of the lynch mob mentality of racist policemen, we will have to destroy the American capitalist system. We will have to obliterate a system in which few wealthy capitalists are guaranteed the privilege of becoming richer and richer, whereas people who are forced to work for the rich, and especially black people, never take any significant step forward. I'm a communist because I believe that black people with whose labor and blood this country was filled have a right to a great deal of the wealth that has been hoarded in the hands of the Hughes, the Rockefellers, the Kennedys, the DuPonts, all the super powerful white capitalists of America. Further, I am a communist because I believe that black men should not be coerced into fighting a racist imperialist war in Southeast Asia, where the U.S. government is violently denying a non-white people the right to control their own lives, just as they violently suppressed us for hundreds of years. I am in prison, but we should remember this: there will continue to be frame-ups such as mine, and we will continue to be forced to hide. Just because they caught me doesn't mean that every one of us will be captured. They set all their running dogs on me. This they can afford to do only a few times over. We must refuse to allow them to strike terror among us, for this was obviously the intent of their actions. Furthermore, because of the intensified repression we are experiencing, we have to begin to talk about creating a viable apparatus to allow freedom fighters, black freedom fighters, sought for by the police, to remain in this country and to remain active in the black liberation struggle. First of all, I'm sure that J. Edgar Hoover, in collusion with Nixon and Reagan, decided to make an example of me. The FBI unleashed an enormous amount of manpower in the research, much more than they can afford to use ordinarily. Anyone who believes such flagrant lies has been terribly deceived by the Nixon-Reagan clique, for they're the ones who devise such underhanded methods of crushing our struggle. I'm a communist, a black woman communist. Furthermore, through me, the government is attempting to further attack and terrorize black people, as they have done in the case of George Jackson, Huey Newton, Bonnie Seal, Erica Huggins, and I could go on and on and on. Therefore, black people have to begin to talk about rising up not only in the defense of political prisoners, but in their own defense. There's nothing, absolutely nothing, which could determine me continuing to fight with all my enemies for the freedom of my people. And there's no need for me to cry because I've been captured. But there's all the more reason to be strong and keep fighting. During the time I was participating in the efforts to free the Soledad brothers, I continually warned that any one of us could be set up as the next target of the government's policy of repression, of the repression of black revolutionaries.